Hi, and thank you for checking in on my page. I'm glad that you're enjoying the poems. I hope you're still enjoying the videos. You got some bonus ones this week, and I am happy to take requests on which poem story you would like to hear next. There will be the usual poll on Monday with some titles as an idea for what you might want to hear next, but feel free to drop me a message, ask for one of them, one of the poems that you've read, that you've enjoyed, and you want to hear the story of. Feel free to drop me a message and tell me what you want to hear. The story behind this week's poem, which is called Ready, Just, is that its position in the collection almost tells the story in itself. It's second to last in the collection because it's very recent. I wrote it in September when I was at a conference for a new job that I was really hopeful would give me back my passion for teaching. I have wanted to be a teacher for a very long time. I sacrificed a lot, worked really hard in order to become a teacher and to try and help people, young people, enjoy the subject as much as possible, and to get a love of the written word and recognize how that written word would affect them, how that written word could affect them, and how that written word could affect other people, how they had the power and the voice that they had. Now, that was all of my hopes at the beginning of the academic year last year. And I have to say, so far it's going pretty good. It's the best teaching job I've ever had. And the other reason why this particular poem is second to last in the collection is because it expressed where I was when I was building the manuscript for submission. Now, I contacted my publisher and submitted the manuscript somewhere in January, and we decided to publish by the end of January. So this expresses that kind of transitional period, that kind of moment where you've wanted something for so long that you're ready for it to actually happen. You know, we delay and we talk about things and we desire something really, really long time or frequently. There's something that we're hungry for, that, you know, we want, and but a lot of times we want it before we're ready for it or when we're not ready for it. And when I wrote this poem, I was absolutely ready. I was absolutely ready to have a teaching job that was what I wanted it to be. I was absolutely ready to have a teaching job that made me feel like I was helping someone, that I was helping them enjoy the subject, that I was giving them a voice because their voices are so valuable. And I was ready for life to get a little bit easier. It had been a very, very rough time over the last several years, and obviously has continued as with all things. But sometimes you're on that edge and you need things. You don't need things to be easier. You don't need things to be easy, but you need them to just be just a little bit easier, just a little bit better. Not a lot, just a little bit. And so when I was writing it and sitting there and thinking about my state of mind and how I felt about building this collection, because I'd already started putting things in order and mining my old material and things like that. And a line from one of my favorite TV shows was playing in my head, talking about how things and situations and ideas that we want, things that we want to happen or that we have to do, like paying for college or getting your driver's license or getting a job or, you know, paying your taxes, anything that we have to do. We don't want it to be easy. You know, we don't want handouts. We know that, you know, we're not entitled to just have everything given to us. People who have a work ethic, people who have a drive, a passion, we know that it's not going to be a handout. We know that we're not entitled for life to be easy. If it was easy, there'd be no challenge. There'd be no reason to make ourselves better than we are, to advance ourselves, to have ambition, to, you know, to be challenged. Okay, we would just kind of sit back and let it ride and let it go because we'd have everything we wanted and it would be easy. But we want to work for it. We want to feel accomplished. We want to feel like we have earned respect, or we have earned a promotion, or we have earned what we get. Because, yeah, there are things that we would like to have given to us. We would like things that, to be that little bit easier. But we don't want it to be easy. People get very, very dissatisfied when they get everything that they want. It's one of those things. It's like, I'd be willing to chance it on some days, but most days, no. I mean, I think if I were to win the lottery, I would continue to work. I would continue to write. I would continue to teach. I might be a little pickier about who I teach, or I might be a little pickier about my hours, but I couldn't just sit around and not do something, not be active. If being in lockdown has taught us anything, it's that, we want to be out there. We want to go to work. We want to see our friends. We want to go on holidays. We want to do the things that we feel like we have earned. And, there are difficult times where you don't get what you want, and getting what you need is challenging. And at those times, we want it to just be a little easier. And this is an expression of that. I was ready to have more of what I wanted, but only a little. I was ready for it to be, I was ready for it to happen. I was ready for a change. And so right before I published this collection, and this is the second to last one in the collection, that was what I was feeling, that I was ready. I was ready, but only just. And I wanted it to be easier, but only a little easier. I wanted to be happy, but I wanted love and kindness and inspiration and all of those things, but I didn't want it to be too easy. I wanted to work for it. And so the story behind this particular poem is that edge, that, ready to tip the scale in the just a little easier question, ready to kind of push things just a little bit my way. And thankfully, having completed the collection, that came. I enjoyed my new job. I was able to, finally go on the holiday I've been dreaming about for very many years. And these things that we're ready for, when we only want it just a little bit, they speak to us. And so that is the story behind Ready, Just, and that idea that we are better when we work for something, we are more satisfied when we work for something, and that we just have those moments where we want it to just tip the scale just a little bit. So hopefully you've enjoyed my ramble as usual. Please, as always, pass it on to someone who might want to hear it. Enjoy reading the poem, enjoy reading any of the poems, and let me know what stories you want to hear. Thank you very much. I'm ready just to finish my story.